Hello YouTube, time for a video again. So if you're new here, my name is Andy Woods and I keep Central American cichlids. So what we're going to talk about today is things what have been going on around here over the last week to 10 days to a fortnight. Yeah, Central American cichlids, that's what all I keep mainly. So this is the Parachromus Stovalls. This is Mr. and Mrs. Wolfie. All my regular viewers will know Wolfie. I've been with him for many years. Anyway, what's been going on around here this last week or two? Well, I can tell you, I've had one incident happen which I regret, and I made a big mistake, a big boo-boo. But we've all done the big mistakes. Don't you deny it. If you deny it, I think you're lying. So we'll talk about the big mistake what I did and something what I regret. Wolf is looking up at the top. He's getting a bit hungry. Well, we'll talk about the thing what I regret doing. But on the other side of it, on the other side of the coin, I've got something what I'm quite happy about. You know, I'm really happy about it. Something for the future, what I'm looking forward to. So, well, I better shut up talking and waffling anyway, and let's get on it. Right, just before we move on, I think I better give the Stovalls, Parachromus Stovalls, Mr. and Mrs. Wolfie, something to eat. They were looking up patiently when I sat down the other end of the tank. You see at the other end of the tank where that pot is? That's where they do the spawning. Yeah, I better give them something to eat. It's only fair, isn't it? So what we'll give them, I'll give them some mussel. Just like pause this while I grab a bit. Right, I've grabbed some there, I've got it in my hand. Come on, Wolfie. Can you see that? Can you see that through the glass? We'll put it in at the top and just hope he don't jump out and bite me. But he's slowed down a lot in his old age. Come on, Wolfie. Up you come. There he goes. Just missed me, actually. There we go. Put some more in. He's got that bit. Let the female get some. Hey, come on, mate. I can nearly stroke him. Who can stroke? Let's touch his knuckle hump. There, let the female have some. She ain't got any. Anyway, I'll come back to this when I've done the finished the video, and I'll make sure the female gets some. Oh, can you see that? There's one remaining fry in here. What's an escapee? I mean, that might be a... Well, it's not a keeper for me. That might be one what I need to move on later. Anyway... we'll go and have a look at the thing what I've done, my mistake what I made this week, and the thing what I really regret. It's to do with the Haitiensis. So let's move over, say goodbye to Mr. and Mrs. Wolfie, and we'll move over to the Haitiensis tank. So here we are at the Haitiensis. This is my, the breeding pair. This is Stan and Hilda. Well, old Stan's looking really nice. Hilda's... She hasn't spawned in a while. She's looking a bit washed out. When she's spawned, she goes really black. But it's not the problem is not what I've had with these. It's what I did with the last batch of fry. We'll chuck some pellets in the top, and I'll explain. Come on, Stan the man. Up you come. Yeah, so these are breed quite regularly, but the last lot of fry I decided to keep, and I grew them on to a nice size. I must have grown about, I don't know, 80 and 90. I sold a load to Wharf Aquatics, I sold a load to Predator Aquatics, and I sold a few privately, one here and one there, and then I kept a load of juveniles what I was going to grow on for myself. Yeah, so the ones I was growing out for myself, They were doing really... Oh, look at that, look. They're getting a bit aggressive. Let's give them some food. Some more food. Now we've got a bit of muscle. Like what Wolfie just had. Come on. Come on, Stan the man. He's trying to bite me through the glass. Look at him. He likes it. He likes that, doesn't he? He knows what's coming in. In the top it goes. Oh, no. I've got the bloody cat up here. That's one problem you get. Oi, Forrest, get your nose out of my muscle pot. That's our Maine Coon cat. It's all dark and out of focus. Shut up, Waffling Woods. What we're talking about? Let's get these Haitiensis a bit more food. The cat's jumped down on the bed now. Yeah, so oh yeah, the fry. What I was growing on for myself. I want to get a backup pair and get these breeding again. And I decided I'm going to sell them all and just keep 2. But what did I do? I kept the wrong 2, didn't I? I'll show you how well they were doing. I'll show you how well they were doing in a little clip of video what I posted on the last video last week or 2 ago. Yeah, so here they are. Like, these are the fry. Well, not fry. These are the juveniles. What I was doing so well. I sold all of them, and I got down to about 8 or 9, and they're all pairing up. The little males were getting little humps on their head, and the females they were pairing up absolutely brilliantly. And I thought, I've cracked this one, but big mistake. I thought, what I'll do, I'll take all these. See that one? That's got a nice little hump coming on its head. But they're all doing really, really nicely. So what I did, I thought I'm going to have to get rid of these. I'll keep the best pair for myself. So I took the rocks and pots and all that stuff out, got my net in the water, and then they all looked the bloody damn same. So I netted them all, kept the ones what I thought would be a nice pair, and took the rest to Predator Aquatics. So if you want a Haitiensis, get in touch with Rick at Predator Aquatics. Yeah, so then when they all settled down again, the ones I kept are not a compatible pair. In fact, I think they're probably both males, so I'm really gutted. What I should have done is had more patience. I always say to people, what you need in the hobby is patience. I needed more patience. I should have waited, if I could turn the clock back, I would have waited until summer spawned and got wigglers and fry and all this lot, and then I would have, it would have been a lot better. So basically, I've just rushed and made a decision too early. So anyway, that's the thing in the fish room. What I really, really regret is selling all these juveniles too early. Impatient, Woods. I'm always telling people, don't be impatient, but that's me. I was too impatient. Anyway, we talked about this. We'll move on and have a look at the other project, what's a little better. Yeah, so I finished up with two Haitiensis segregated because they don't get on. That's one of them in a little tank all on its own. We'll have a look at the other one, then we've got to move on. There's the other one hiding in the cave. Yeah, so I've got 2 solitary Haitiensis. Big mistake. Anyway, let's talk about happy things now. We'll move up, and we've got a grow out tank all set up. Can you see these little fishes in there? These are new fish in the fish room. What kind of fish are these? Can anybody identify them at this stage? These are about 1 inch. About 1 inch. There's I've got 7, and my regulars will know. I've always kept Trimac. If you look at my videos way back, I've always kept Trimac. But unfortunately, through very unfortunate circumstances, I've actually lost the Trimacs, and I no longer have any Trimacs. But one of my YouTubing buddies, Big Fish Lad, Paul Needham, Big Fish Lad, he has his own channel. He came to my rescue. He said, I've got some Trimac. So, like I thought, well, I'm having some of them. I'm having some of them. So we got these little Trimac. I'll put some pellets in, and we'll carry on. I'll carry on waffling. They're a bit shy at the minute because, like I said, they're only. There they come. Look, there's 7 of them. So, like, Big Fish Lad, if you want to check his channel out and subscribe to his channel, I'm sure he'll appreciate it. These are beautiful little fish. He was a little bit concerned because these Trimac are actually from parents from different catch locations. But to me, I'm not too worried about that. To me, I'm so grateful these are pure Trimac and from unrelated parents. Because from the past, I've found out, like, when you buy catch location fish, what happens is you end up breeding brothers and sisters all the time. And if you get a new fish and you trace its origin back, I've done it before, you trace it back, where did you buy that fish from? I got it from A. And where did you get that from? He got it from B. And where did you get that from? And then you trace it back, they always come back from the same catch, you know, first catch like. So I'm happy with these. These are definitely unrelated. Pure Trimac, in my opinion. Other people will completely disagree. They'll say, like, you've got to have same catch location. But how often do people go catching? Not that often. You can buy fish from Germany, Holland, Denmark, France, and they still probably come from the same catch. Yeah, for an example, like Dan from Sixes of the Americas, one of the best places you can buy fish, in my opinion. He ship them out to Germany, Holland, France, you know, all around UK, all around America. If you do your research, most of the catch location fish, when you get them and breed them, you're breeding brother and sister. So I'm really, really happy with these. These are a mixed catch location fish. Yes, I'm really excited about this project. I'd like to get a lovely massive male, like how Big Mac, if you're a follower of my channel right to the end, if you watched it this far, you got to be, haven't you? You got to be one of my superheroes. Yeah, I'd like to get one of these little Trimacs as big as old Big Mac from the old days. Anyway, Woods, you're waffling a bit, and we're looking at an empty tank. We better move along and wrap this one up. Right, it's tried to wrap the video up now, like. So, like I just said, if you come this far, you are my superheroes. We're a big bunch, aren't we? Superheroes, Central American cichlid keepers. We are a minority fish keeping community. Because most people cannot cope with keeping a big, aggressive Central American cichlid like Wolfie. You've got to dedicate a lovely big tank. I wish I could dedicate a bigger tank to him, like. You've got to dedicate a lovely big tank to one or two fish. Anyway, yeah, so it's time to wrap it up. I just hope their Trimacs come big and healthy, just like how Big Mac did. I'm sure they will. Unrelated parents. That's the main thing for me. Unrelated parents. And if you want to check Paul Needham, the Big Fish Lad. Big Fish Lad, check his channel out. And I'm sure he'll appreciate you hitting the sub button. So in the meantime, what I've got to say, we're going to wrap this one up, and we'll say happy fish keeping to you all. Until next time, ta-ra!